Bandwidth Boys Podcast.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
We talk about stuff, tech stuff.
It must still be football season, huh? And it's another episode of Bandwidth Boys, the Bandwidth Boys Podcast. I'm Greg.
And I'm Matt.
And I'm Connolly. Greg, do you know why I play that song?
Probably because the Packers won, is my guess.
And the Seahawks, both teams.
But you're not really a Seahawks fan, so it really is about the Packers.
Well, you know, I'm all inclusive, really, is what I am. So, but you're right. It's all about the Packers.
Yeah, I think I'm officially against both the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers after that ridiculousness.
Oh my gosh, the end of that game was just terrible.
Yeah, but you know, that's football, and this is not a football show.
No, so thank goodness, right?
I think you're right.
We're gonna get into it. We're gonna do it.
You want to do what's going on in tech world right now?
Right now.
Do it.
What's going on in tech world?
Can you not hear us?
Your turn. Craig can. Nothing? You got nothing?
Do you know what baby cries mean? Well, now there's an app for that. The Infant Cries Translator sets out to help new parents decode cries. I thought that was something was built into our DNA, but now there's an app for it for $2.99. The app says they hold a 92% accuracy rating. The way the app works is parents record 10 seconds of your baby's crying. Then the app sends that recording to the cloud. Seconds later, it sends you a translation. App developers say that after 6 months, the app becomes useless as children have become affected by many different factors.
Washington residents hang on to your driver's licenses. It's still valid. Well, to fly. Last week, the Department of Homeland Security announced driver's licenses that do not meet newer federal security standards at TSA checkpoints have until January 22nd, 2018. Once 2018 rolls around, airline passengers who have invalid licenses will need to get an alternative form of identification. So far, 23 states have complied with the Real ID standards. Washington, Minnesota, Illinois, and a few other states were not given a 4-year extension as the federal government says they have made no effort to adapt to the stricter background check laws.
Next season, you could get NFL on the go. Well, sort of. Reports say that Apple and Google are in the running for live streaming rights for NFL's London game. We know this will be a large deal, though, as Yahoo paid $20 million this season for exclusive live streaming rights. Reuters also reports the NFL is looking to live stream Thursday night football.
Hello, Moto. Say goodbye to Motorola and hello to Moto. Lenovo announced last week that Motorola line will now be known as Moto, and after purchasing the brand from Google in 2014, they're ready to roll Moto's product onto the Lenovo product line. Lenovo CEO Yang Yuanqing says, "It's our treasure. We plan to not only protect the Motorola brand, but make it stronger."
Apple haters, like Connolly, are saying to leave our headphones alone.
Why you gotta hate?
But Apple doesn't seem to be listening, as they shouldn't, or at least we think. Apple rumors have been swirling that they are looking to remove the headphone port from their new iPhone. 9to5Mac reports that Apple is looking to develop their own line of wireless headphones under the Beats brand and release it alongside the new iPhone 7. Reports also show that the wireless earbuds will have a noise-canceling feature included. 9to5Mac says Apple will probably not throw in these wireless earbuds with your next phone, but will offer it as an added accessory.
And that's a wrap on What's Going On, Tech World.
There's just this grand quietness going on in this particular show tonight.
That's weird.
There's a great show going on tonight because my audio is jumping between my right ear and my left ear and my right ear.
Man.
Oh, it's like an old Beatles album, huh?
It's just weaving and it's really annoying.
All right. We always talk about something somewhat large. Last week we talked a little bit about some of the emerging things out of CES, and it looks like that's what you've got for us online today, Connolly.
Yeah, so CES wrapped up, 5 days, wrapped up on Friday or Saturday. And so
Yeah.
I figured we just last week we talked about what we were most excited for. And so this week, you read all the articles posted and blogs posted about what went down at CES and kind of the big things that took place and kind of the weird things. And so I figured we kind of just take one last dive into CES to kind of talk about what we're most excited for as we move into 2016, as CES is kind of the big kickoff as to what's going to be really big this year in the tech world. So I'll kick off and talk about what I was most disappointed at, and it's TVs in general. I mean, CES has been known to break news and really come up with really exciting things to talk about in 2016, but all the TVs that were displayed at CES, the biggest thing was HDR, which is high dynamic range. Our phones have had HDR. I mean, not necessarily the same concept, but has had HDR for a while. And so to spend a few years and bringing TVs up to 2016, and the biggest thing you have to release at CES is HDR, it's a little disappointing to me. And we're going to charge consumers a bunch of money for something that, I don't know, they're not really going to care too much about.
Do you think that the reason that they're putting a push on it is that it never really has been given much of an honest look? Probably mostly because most consumers don't really understand what the distinction is. At this point, it's not ubiquitous enough, and they really want to push for that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to think about it. For those who don't know what HDR means, it's just a wider gamut on TV. So, in the blacks, currently the way you watch TV, in the blacks and the whites, the really darks and the really bright parts of your video are kind of just all blown out, and you can't really see details. Well, with HDR, it allows you to have deeper blacks and brighter brights, so you can see the details in the shadows and the textures on the wall in those blacks, and then in the brights, it won't just be this really big blob of light coming onto your picture. And so with HDR, it should give you a more enjoyable picture to watch. I'm just not sure that was enough for me to make me really excited, with TVs at CES, and that's the biggest thing you can come up with.
So it's dealing with the current resolutions right now.
Mm-hmm.
But how does it handle the upcoming, or at least what many believe are the upcoming various resolutions, your 4Ks, your whatever happens in between that and
Yeah, so it's, TV manufacturers at CES seem to kind of back off the 4K theme, and they've dubbed it UHD because it's not quite 4K resolutions. It's close enough, but it's not quite that 4K. So now they're using the buzzwords of UHD. And so it's kind of getting there, but then you go back to, we don't have content for this. I mean, people have been making TV in this same color space for a while, and so to introduce a new one and a new TV before content's even being created for, it's kind of a waste of money, I think, for consumers who are going to buy these expecting to see, and who even knows what they expect to see when they buy these new HDR type TVs. But hopefully they expect to see something better than what they've been able to see lately, and I just don't think we're quite there on the content side to provide that to them, because the equipment and the editing software hasn't quite caught up to that gigantic color range that these TVs can now display. So you're going to upcharge someone a couple $100 for technology they can't really use. And so for me, I was a little disappointed in that side of the new TVs and the HDR push.
Matt?
Can you move me into a different channel for my headphone? I'm going to go deaf.
Stand by.
It keeps popping in my ear, and it's going to blow my eardrum out.
Well, that's no fun. I got to think that kind of feels a little bit like 3D. It's not quite the same conversation as 3D, because we were in fact and have been in fact producing things in 3D, but it kind of caught on, but not really, sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah, I think going back to HDR, I think it would have been. I'm torn. I think it's exciting to see that technology grow, but not in the way that it's the next big thing. It would have would have been nice to just see it as an improvement on HD, and rather than, hey, this is our new big thing, to just improve it and then make it better, but still come up with something, something tangible that
Yeah,
stands out.
and I think that's what I'm most disappointed at, is it's not an added feature to something else. I mean, that was the feature of 2016 was HDR, and to me, that's not the big wow that CES has been known for. And I look at CES in general, and on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being kick butt convention, I give it a 4, just because there wasn't really anything new. It's just kind of slowly building onto what was already there, and for me, that was really disappointing about CES 2016.
Maybe they felt kind of obligated to have something that was showing progress in TV, because there's so much talk about the resolution change, but so little done on the content side that we're just kind of spinning in the mud on that. And this is something they could at least, I suppose, deliver. Maybe that's sort of how it fits in.
And I think Panasonic and or Samsung, one of those companies, are going to release a HDR Blu-ray player this year. So you'll be able to play content that is graded or color graded for HDR in 2016 on those special Blu-ray players. But if you look at the movie listing, you're going to get maybe about 30 or 40 films that are going to be graded for HDR, just because of how much it costs and is it really worth the extra time to color it. And so 30 to 40 in 2016 isn't really kind of a big splash for me to kind of dive into that world. So
is Ted Turner gonna take on the old black and whites and color them in this color scheme now and do the colorization thing?
I don't think he understands it. One of the things I found really interesting at CES, or weird, was from Panasonic, a wireless connected blender. So you can have your blender connected to the internet.
Why would you want that?
I figured you would like it. You're kind of that weird guy that wants like fridge connected to the internet. Why not have your blender connected to the internet?
I don't know what to say to that.
I don't either. It was part of their smart kitchen setup, and I go, really, a blender?
That seems like one of those things where they're just like, well, can we put Wi-Fi in it physically? Yeah, okay.
All right, let's do it.
That's the next step.
I'm gonna say, for the sake of the show, because we talked about the refrigerator, the internet refrigerator, the view in, and the various things that go along with that.
My cabbage is nasty.
Right, and it was funny because I was speaking with a friend of mine, and we weren't talking about, certainly not the show or anything. We just sort of got into some part of a conversation about it, and he brought that up out of nowhere. Did you see that you can put a refrigerator with the internet attached to it, and it'll like give you recipes with it, take a look at what's in your fridge and give you ideas about what to cook? And I just thought, you've got to be kidding me. Somebody actually knows about this crazy thing.
It is the future of kitchen appliances.
But not the blender. You're not going to jump on the blender.
I don't see a situation where having Wi-Fi in a blender would be useful.
I just see danger involved with a blender that's controlled from anything but a button that your hand has to touch to make it go on.
They were pushing like that they have a Wi-Fi crock pot, right?
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
That you can check on the go and bring down the temperature and whatnot on the go, right? And so
because you leave those, you walk away on purpose. You don't walk away from a blender and what's going on in there and come back to it later.
Some people do, I guess. But they were pushing that idea that on the go you can start your smoothie or vegetable or whatever before you get home. But for me, it's like, why are you going to leave vegetables in the blender all day? That's the thing that blows my mind. In that marketing meeting, how can we push this? Oh, we can just say they can leave fruits in it all day and have it a nice smoothie by the time they get home. Like, what marketing room is that?
That seems like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
That's awesome.
I mean, maybe a coffee maker. Let's go to that's more like the crock pot.
That's right.
You can already set those to start and stop, but now if you could, I don't know.
But I thought the blender was just weird.
It's a stretch. That is weird.
Yeah. And then, you got something?
Well, I'm excited for OLED technologies. I know I'm probably the only one in this group who actually is impressed by that and doesn't think it's just a waste of money and a waste of future resources. But I think the idea of a super thin display is amazing. To just put it up on your wall and it weighs nothing. Super thin.
No, I mean I'm all.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you've misjudged this guy
Yeah.
over here.
You misjudged this guy too, because I am all about OLED. I just can't put up the price tag that it is now. But I think, well, Greg and I are on the bandwagon, and we love our plasmas because the blacks are blacks, and it's as close to what you can get on good TV as you can, because we all know the LCDs are kind of just bright light blasting in your face, and so they stopped producing plasmas, and to me the OLEDs is the next step in plasmas, and so I'm super excited for that technology to come along and get a lot cheaper, because as soon as my plasma goes, it's kind of the next monitor I'm going to look at is an OLED TV, but I don't have $4,000 to spend on it, but I'm all for the OLED.
Yeah, I am too. As soon as I saw some of those early pictures, it was certainly pre-CES, but it was some of the new stuff coming out just in automobiles that we talked about somewhat recently, and that was the whole backside of the front seats. That's an OLED soft viewing and tactile situation for people who are sitting back in the passenger seats back there, but. I thought that was cool. And the flimsy-looking phone of the future sort of idea, that fits into that category too, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's a joke.
I'm anti-flown, flexible phone
whatever.
crap.
Yeah, but can you imagine just it's going to be, I think it's going to be very popular if they develop it in a way that you can just take that thing and just throw it in your pocket.
Yeah, for sure.
It may not be practical, but it's a cool idea nonetheless, I think.
One of the cool things I saw on a blog was a beanie that has earphones in it for cold weather. I thought that was pretty cool.
What if it's not cold?
Then you just get out your Apple wireless earbuds that they're developing and you move on from there. Geez, such a downer.
I saw Hyundai.
Didn't you rant about Hyundai last week?
I did, but I think they're doing something cool. You're allowed to have separate opinions on the same company.
Whatever.
What are they doing?
I don't know. You tell us.
They're trying to build a manual based around augmented reality. And so the idea is that you install this app on your phone or your tablet, and you go to your car, and say you lift up the hood and you point the camera at the car. It'll point out all the different things in the engine compartment and things that you might need to check. Or if you're inside of your car and there's a light on, like an indicator light, and you're not sure what it does, you can just point your phone at it, it'll read it, and it'll tell you exactly what it is. And you can do the same thing. You can go around your car, look at it, it'll point out different features of the car and ways you can interact with it.
Yeah, it seems like a natural progression for what kind of information is available and how quickly a phone device or another device can access that stuff. That seems like something that should be available.
I got nothing. I'm not a car guy.
It might help you. It might help you change that tire that you suppose.
No, you know what helped me change my tire is it came with a manual.
Your wife? Oh.
Hey, she helped me, yes.
I know that she did.
But the printout manual was very helpful. So, thank you, Toyota. One of the things we covered last week in our What's Going On Tech World, and I kind of blew over it last week, but the Movi from Livestream, that's that camera you kind of set up and you can do a multi-camera shoot from your smartphone. That's just badass. I mean, that's just cool for $200
for a limited time.
Okay, for a limited time, while you're listening to this podcast, it's going to go up to what, $499? It's sub 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Probably sub 500. But for sub 500, you can do a multi-cam shoot. And let's just say you're an up-and-coming designer and you want to do your own live stream of a runway show. Mm-hmm. And you want to have different views. And I was watching the app, and you can pan with the Movi on your smartphone. You can do a slow zoom in. It was just really cool technology to see how far we've come with 4K to be able to have one camera and multiple views for your live stream. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it is, and it is like you intimated. It's all about the live streaming opportunities where the expectation isn't fully produced television or something like it.
Right.
It's just to get that whatever it is you're putting out there. Can you imagine, man, people streaming concerts and things like that if they have rights, or it's going to be interesting to keep people from doing that.
Yeah, it's only going to get cheaper and better with that one
Right.
multicam, as you're able to then take this camera and add it to a TriCaster-like system to then be able to make it look like real TV, add lower thirds and video roll-ins and things like that. And so that's what I'm most excited. That's what CES is all about. Come up with those cool products, not a TV with HDR crap built into it.
Heck, my phone does that.
That's what I'm saying.
I know you are.
And then for me, the last really cool thing, just because I'm all about kids and education, is Lego WeDo. You guys know what that is all about?
Mm-mm.
So it's using old-fashioned Legos, which I'm all for Legos, and my wife and I give my kids Legos for birthdays and Christmases and all that. But you can then integrate it with an app and build a robot. And so with these like electronics, you're taking Legos, and then they're also practicing coding and programming from a iPad app or something like that to then learn about different mechanics like speed and velocity and all that through an app. But you actually have to build the mechanics of the Lego. And so this is their second gen of Lego WeDo. First one was a little wonky. There was lots of bugs in it, but version 2 seems like it's coming along quite well, and I think I may actually buy it. So.
Well, if you're building something with what you're calling traditional Legos, being sort of a traditional guy from a traditional time, I'm just wondering, does your traditional set of Legos include servo motors and receivers?
That's part of the kit. The servos and all that are part of the kit.
Robot part.
Right. And so here, I'll share my screen for those people who are watching on the video. But they give you these different. Oh, that's a baby. They give you these different like one-eye things to build, and then you can build on top of that with already Legos in your hand. But see, there's rubber bands and tires and servos and, and Bluetooth and that kind of stuff to kind of get you through and to build these, basic programming things. And you can see in the background of this picture the app on the iPad. But I think that's just so cool.
Yeah, I think interactive Lego games are among the best games out there.
And they have different categories that these WeDos can do, so you learn all about physics and that kind of stuff. And so from that standpoint, it comes in really great with educators who are looking to, get kids who are all about the iPad and the iPhone and get them into, really learning the subject. And I think this is a pretty cool way to kind of bridge that mechanics and programming and science all into one.
Yeah, even on a larger scale, as far as education is concerned, universally the whole push for STEM is satisfied by this as well.
Right. And so, you can see the iPad here shows you if you have a motor, how many motors do you have, what speed do you want those things to crank out at, and then it'll then push it to the Lego. So that's what I was excited for.
Yeah, tell one of your kids to make me a snowblower, would you?
Me first. My back is still hurting from a couple weeks ago. First. All right, anything else from you, Matt, about CES 2016? Your overall thoughts on it?
I mean, I didn't hate it as much as you.
I hated it. It was terrible.
I don't think it was one of those years with a big breakout technology, but I also don't think you can expect that every year because then you just end up turning out crap.
And they do. They did. 2016, crap, full of crap.
I'm hoping, 2017 will have those new big products because it seems like they got all of their small improvements out in 2016.
Yeah, I would say I was looking kind of at some of the, for whatever reason, I don't purchase them, but I'm fascinated by them, and that is the car gadgetry kind of stuff and car electronic stuff, which has been such a huge push from all of the manufacturers this year about what sort of connectivity and Bluetooth interactivity all of their new screens and backup cameras and all that kind of stuff have to offer. But it seemed like that was even a little bit soft. It was almost as if CES was talking about the same stuff that a Chevrolet commercial was talking about. So the gadget. I mean, some of it wasn't. Some of that soft technology that Matt was talking about was probably some of the coolest stuff. But even that, and I kind of expected it to be really big, it was a little underwhelming too.
I feel like CES 2016 was kind of just a big overhash of everything they did in 2015. It's like, oh, we already heard that, and we already saw that.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it came to this big show where you're expecting a big kickoff for 2016, this is what we're working on. This is the exciting things that we expect to see in 2016. There wasn't quite that there for me, but that's just me.
Yeah. There it is.
Scale of 1 to 10. How was CES for you, Matt?
I'd give it a 7.
All right, that's a C. Greg?
Yeah, it's 6 or 7 for me, I suppose.
All right, so I'm just mean and gave a 4.
You're just a hard grader. And
well, the TV just brought you down. You weighted
right.
the TV thing.
It was mainly
like,
that got me jaded. So.
It's like 2/3 of your grade was all from the television, I think.
Yeah, well, that's just me. So,
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess that's the big talk.
What's on Matt's mind?
Well, this is awkward.
More silence tonight. It's been the theme of the show.
There is not much on my mind. There is something on my mind, but I'll save that for the rants. And I will go ahead and give up my Matt's Mind time to try and extend our game a little bit coming up later.
And that was the fastest What's on Matt's Mind.
Mm-hmm.
On Matt's mind.
Man, we're just blowing through the show tonight. Thanks, Matt.
Well, I think that counts. Just coming clean that you don't really have much on your mind. That's
right.
That counts. I think that counts.
All right, here we go.
That's Crown Fund.
Fellas, yeah, baby got back. Baby got back.
Boom.
What are we backing or not backing tonight?
All right, so tonight we're going to dive into the world of Kickstarter. And so since we're coming off CES, I figure I'd try and get something interesting and cool. This is home automation. And so one of the downsides with home automation is you have to get everything new, right? I mean, everything that you want to be connected to your smart home has to be new and have that Wi-Fi, Bluetooth compatibility, and then you have to find a hub that kind of works with all these products. Well, on Kickstarter, there's a product called Zeno by Zeno. You think they're full of themselves and like their name, but it's called Zeno, smart control for your old or new home electronics. Take a listen.
Think of your home and the way you interact with it. You still use infrared remotes to control home electronics, RF remotes for blinds or garage doors, and you still lack control of your home when you're away. Home automation systems try to change this. However, they still face 3 major problems: pricing, complexity, and integration. Let's see exactly what the market offers today. Complicated systems give you control over smart devices and some older electronics with the help of expensive add-ins, but offer no control of things that use infrared. Even systems that specifically target non-smart electronics only use Bluetooth communication. That means your devices cannot talk to each other, and you can't even control them from a remote location.
Frustrated with current home automation systems, we decided to create a solution that will bring all your devices into the connected world, bridging the gap between legacy devices and smart devices.
That's why we created Zeno, a standalone device equipped with infrared, Wi-Fi, and RF that can be controlled from your smartphone or even smartwatch. Zeno brings internet connectivity to your regular devices like TVs or air conditioning units, making them almost as intelligent as their smart counterparts, but at a fraction of the cost.
All right, so I mispronounced it. My apologies. The Zeno by Zeno is home automation that's bringing it from new school to old school. So in it, it's got Wi-Fi built into it, Bluetooth built into it, and it also has infrared for kind of those old technologies that may not be as cool as the new stuff. So like air conditioning, TV, sound systems, home cinemas that don't quite have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth built in them, they still have infrared. So why not have a system that can talk to those things and truly go have a home automation system without having to upgrade your entire house? And so that's kind of the idea behind Zeno. Zeno, right? I said that right?
That was
Okay.
close.
So.
They're not listening.
Yeah, then no one's listening. And so the idea is for everything to connect to this hub. This hub then puts it out to a cloud, and then you can control all of your devices from your smartphone, your iPad, and things like that. Even from a smartwatch. So there you go. Thoughts on it? Questions on it? Not that I can answer them, but...
It kind of feels in some ways like what iHome did for iPod playback, and it could receive all these different. I mean, obviously that was far more specific to one type of thing, I guess. But I guess the proof will be 100% in whether or not it actually is able to decipher and handle all of those different types of devices, or whether or not it just wants to.
Right. Matt?
So the way I understand this is you would have multiples of these, right? It wouldn't just be one.
Right.
So you'd be buying a few.
Well, you need a multiple if you're going to have in multiple rooms to control infrared things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It needs to be able to see those infrared devices.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a good thing Matt has a lot of things to say.
As you know, as I've already demonstrated, I have a very full mind this evening.
Cricket.
Now, it can handle more than one thing, but with those infrareds in particular, it just has to be obviously in proximity to them. It can do more than one thing, though, right?
Right. Yes.
As long it just that's the thing that's going to be its Achilles heel, is that for those devices it has to be in sight distance.
Right, and be able to fire off that RF or the infrared signal.
Yeah.
So the idea is that this would control all of the older products that aren't smart products.
Correct. Like your garage door, you don't want to buy a new garage door opener because you already have one, but you still want it to be, you still want to lock it from your smartphone and on the go, and so this is able to do it without having to buy a new $500 garage door opener.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm not convinced.
All right, so let's go. Well, let's end it at that then. So let's go to pricing, and then maybe that'll help you guys decide whether you want to back it or not. So for $75, at the $75 level, they have the early bird Zeno. How do they?
Zeno.
Zeno.
It's one E and two N's, so it's hard for it to be Zeno.
I'm from Hawaii, all right? Give me a break. At the $75 level, the early bird special, they got 20 left. It gets you one device and your an appearance in the album, whatever the hell
what is that?
The album means.
I don't know if I want to be in the album.
And you'll also receive the digital album at the end of the campaign. Who knows what the album is, but you get to be in it, and you get one device at the $79 level.
I want to sing backup on the album.
What the hell is this album thing?
Oh, it's not that kind of album, I know.
I'm trying to look for it.
I had it up here, but I took it off my screen.
Anyways, all right. $79. Matt, are you going to back it or not?
No.
All right. Greg, at the $79 level, well, actually, I'll go first.
Okay.
$79 level, is Connolly going to back it or not? And for $79, I'll back it.
Nice.
What would you use it for? What would you be buying this for?
My garage door.
Okay. So let me pose a question to you then.
Oh, I already backed it.
At the Home Depot, you can have a smart garage door opener for $175.
Yeah, but I wouldn't just use it for the garage door. I mean,
But-
if I buy it, I'll use it for the other things that are connected via Wi-Fi, like my Sonos and those types of products. I'm not just going to buy it for the garage door.
Would the unit not have to be in your garage in order to work?
Yeah, but it'll be connected to my Wi-Fi, so my Sonos can see it, and my smart lights I'll buy in the future can see it.
So for your future smart home, in order to tie in your future smart products, you would buy this.
But I don't have to buy a new garage door opener.
But this also won't tell you if your garage door is open or closed. It'll just do the opposite. If your garage door was closed and you tell it to do it, it'll open it.
But it doesn't. So for $79, I'm saying back it.
And hopefully all of your controlled lights will come on too to show everybody where your tools and all your stuff is. So when it opens your door when you're not home.
I'm hoping to turn the lights on.
I think it's priced exactly right at $75 though. I think that's a great price.
$79. You got to add the extra
Sorry,
$4.
$79. Yeah, all right. $4 shipping and handling. $79.
Perfectly anymore.
Those $4 really set you over the edge.
No, I'm not out because of the $4, but I am out because I just can't think of a way to make it work with the stuff that I have, and it's probably because I'm churning my own butter compared to some of you guys with your auto this and Wi-Fi that. But
very old person statement.
It was. So wrap it up, Greg.
Wrap up the whole shenanigan. Just the
baby got backed. Wrap it up.
Or close,
well,
I guess if you're done.
It was a vote. It was a vote of 2-1 or 1-2. Depends on how you look at it. It lost.
I thought that one had a fighting chance.
It did have a fighting chance, and I meant what I said when I thought it was priced right. I think it is.
I think it is for a hub to make your old stuff work in the world of things.
Until you upgrade to new stuff.
I know, but I think a lot of people are going to be in that weird space for a while. I think I agree that it has a place. It's not stupid. It just doesn't work for me.
All right,
moving on.
What's trending?
All right, I haven't done a JF clip in a while, so I'm going to bring him out of the closet.
Good for you.
Jimmy Fallon played a wonderful, fun game called Spin the Microphone. There is no kissing involved, so all is good. It involves actors I don't really know who they are. I mean, I knew one of them. Maybe Greg will know. Greg's more pop culture than I am. Why not Tyler Perry? So Tyler Perry doesn't count because I knew him. But Abby Jacobson and Ilana Glazer are the other two who will be in this clip. So here it is from Jimmy Fallon a couple nights ago, January 8th. It was published at 667,000 views. A little game called Spin the Microphone.
Am I muted?
No.
It looks like fun.
No, it's lots of fun. Where did your computer go?
I don't know. It was working. It worked for the last video. What did you do?
It doesn't want you to play it. All right, we'll play it here.
That makes it more fun. You have to wing it and just go for your best. Try your best. Okay. If the mic lands on you twice, you can choose to have someone else sing the song for you if you want.
Well, if it lands on you once, can I choose to have someone else?
No, that's not. You have to sing. Now, everyone take your positions. Here we go. We're going to start. This is going to be fun. All right, here we go. Since I'm the host, I'm going to spin first, all right?
Of course, you're the host.
That's right. Here we go. All right, come on. No whammies. No, yeah, it's not going to be me. Congratulations. Here we go.
You know, I love going first.
You love going first.
Love
it's
it.
the best that you feel so comfortable.
It's my dream.
Let's see what song you're going to do first. This. Oh, I Don't Want to Wait by Paula Cole, the theme from Dawson's Creek. Let's do it.
I just want to preface this with these are actors and actresses and not singers.
Ruth, whenever you're ready, Ruth. Yeah, here we go.
That was already.
Do you have a teleprompter with lyrics, or do you just have to go for it?
I don't know.
Yeah, not yet, almost. That's the way Paula did it. With hints.
Open up your morning light,
say a little prayer for us. You know that if we are to stay alive, see the peace in every eye. She had 2 babies. One was 6 months, one was 3. In the war of 44, yeah! I rode away, where I like to be over. I want to right now, really be. I rode away, where I like over.
I think she missed a note there.
So will it be?
Oh, yeah. That's like seeing Paula Cole.
Paula Cole.
Yeah, in live right there. That was a treat right there.
That
Come
was
on,
a
help you
great
down.
Paul Abdul. That
I'm gonna
was
help you
great.
down. Really cool. All right, since you just went, you can spin. It's your turn to spin. Great job. Come on, no whammies. Avila.
Gonna go for
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. Let's see what song you'll be performing for us. The Weekend.
That's high.
I can't feel my face.
That's high.
Do you know what song this
right
is?
there.
That's the
I do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I didn't know until I heard it.
Did Greg say he knows?
Yeah, I know this song. I mean, The Weeknd sings so high, you'd have to drop it 2 octaves.
But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know. This I know. She don't be the She don't be the no more. Too hot. She don't be
Too hot.
She told me you'll never be alone. Oh, oh, oh. I can feel my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you. Drake. But I love it. Do the Drake. But I love it.
But I love it.
You used to call me.
You drank it.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you
a
very
great
much.
remix. That was fantastic.
Next time we'll drop the key somewhere. Hey, what's that?
Oh. You know what that's gonna mean?
No, I don't. Tell me, please, quickly.
Was that
it was you.
Yeah, well, I got a very exciting performance. It's time for the duet round. That's right. So whoever the microphone lands on this time gets to choose a partner to sing with them, okay?
And I get to spin it.
You get to spin it, buddy.
Is that fair?
Let's go.
You're the host. Will that
Let's
count?
do it. Let's see what's the song. Let's see what song we got first. Sorry. Oh, we can do this. I think I know this one.
Yeah, you got
Bell
it.
Biv DeVoe. Yeah,
There we go.
I don't know.
I have
the
no idea
Bell
what the
or
song
Biv
is.
part, but I know the DeVoe
Greg
part.
Greg
pretty
probably
well.
does.
Bell Biv DeVoe, definitely an 80s band.
He's a human jukebox.
Girl, I must warn you. There's something strange in my mind.
It's like drunken karaoke is what this is.
So serious. It's good for the running out of time.
Check it out.
It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. Miss her, kiss her, wrong move you did. That girl is poison. Never just a big up the smile. That girl is poison.
Can we do one more?
Killer.
Hey.
Killer.
That's fantastic. Come on, pal.
Killer. Never
That's my partner. Come on. That's my partner. Here we go. Let's do it. Here we go.
We got one
I'm
more.
spinning, and yeah.
Fast forward.
How we doing?
think I'm gonna pass on this one.
No, you can't pass on this one.
Really high.
I got.
I'll do the bass part. How will I know? How will I know? How will I know?
Jimmy Fallon can get up there.
How will I know? From the 80s.
How will I know if she? Give it up, everybody, right here. That's all the time we have is spin the microphone.
There you go, from Jimmy Fallon, The Tonight Show, Spin the Microphone with Tyler Perry, Abby Jacobson, and Ilana Glazer is this week's What's Trending.
What's trending?
Greg, could you hit those high notes?
How will I
Well, yes, you
How's that?
can then.
How's that?
You hit them. That's
Well, I
impressive.
hit one of them. I don't know if I can sustain the performance. That's for sure.
You hit more notes than I can ever do.
That was
All
pretty
right.
funny.
This is the part of the show where I'm going to hand off to Matt, but before we do that, we got to play our opening stinger in a game Matt likes to call Up and Down.
Things go up, then things come down. Up in the air, then down to the ground.
That's
What was that like? The Wiggles, or was it?
I have no idea who that was. Matt wouldn't give me a title for his game, and so I just said, "Oh, Up and Down," and I searched Google. I said "Up and Down," and that's the song that came up. So
It sounded like one of those live kid shows,
Right.
that comes to town a couple times a year.
I think it was.
Mhm.
Bang dang, bang dang, bang bang dang.
Alrighty. First of all, do you need to plug your computer in so that you don't
Yeah.
disappear?
Well, my wife's gonna bring up my charger soon. So.
Okay. So, this game is very simple. It's like over-under, as I'm sure everyone has played. Does everyone understand over-under? Like in maybe sports betting, perhaps?
Okay.
The over-under. I'll give you an example.
Okay, good.
And you guys are going to go at the same time.
All right.
So, you better hope one of you
Do I have to
screws up.
close my eyes?
No.
Oh.
I will read you a question.
All right.
You will decide in your head whether you think the real number is higher or lower than the number I give you, and then on the count of 3 you'll show your card. And then I guess we should also say what your card is, because as it was rudely pointed out to
Well,
me,
if you're the host, maybe you could identify what you see, and that
Yeah, I
would tell the people. And that's one idea. We don't have to do it that way. That's one idea.
So
wait, you're gonna give us a number.
So yeah,
and then you're gonna tell us, or then we have to tell you if it's over or under
the number I told you.
the number you told us.
So we'll do an example question.
Okay.
So the
This
example
game is so complicated.
the
I
example
know, it already got me confused. Go ahead.
is how many pixels are 19 by 1920 by 1080 display?
Oh man.
And your over/under number is 2 million.
Oh crap.
Oh no.
I hope my
This
students
is a-
aren't watching this.
This is a rough one for a fellow like me.
Are you gonna say 1, 2, 3, or we'll
Yeah,
just put it
I
up?
will. All right.
All right.
Well, I'll go
wanted like
3, 2, 1.
I needed it to be like, how pretty is it? Not how many dang pixels there are.
I'm saying.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh wait, I dropped it.
So Greg said more than, and Conway said less than. The real number is 2,073,600.
Good thing that didn't count.
So in that case,
That was just a practice one.
Greg would get a fun point. All right.
Woo! That was fun.
Everyone, does that make sense? Everyone understand this?
Oh yeah, it makes complete sense. I don't know how I didn't, really.
Things come down.
All right.
All right, here we go. Number
Here we
one.
go. Number 1.
What is the percentage of American adults who own a cell phone?
Oh man.
Your over/under is 80%.
This is just America.
This is just
Wait,
America.
you're ahead. You're supposed to wait for the 3, 2, 1.
Oh. Well, who cares?
Now Conway can cheat off of you. Ready?
I'm gonna go with the guy with the right answer from the last from the sample.
All right, here we go. 3, 2. Okay, go. Just show.
Oh wait, you gotta flip it the right way.
So both of you have said less than. The real number is 90%.
Yes.
Wow.
So you both lose.
But we're losing together. We're
Yeah.
losing together.
And that's all that matters, right?
90%, really?
That's
90%.
crazy.
And I think that
Holy
was
mackerel.
Wow.
So it was a real place. Not just Wikipedia, although some of these are from Wikipedia.
All right.
Number 2, this is on the same smartphone idea. What percentage of Americans who have a smartphone,
Oh, you
no,
screw up the game already.
Sorry, screw up.
It's all right. You've still got a chance to fix this one, I
What
think.
percentage of Americans say they are smartphone dependent and that they rely on their cell phone for internet access? Your over-under percentage is 10%. So what percentage of Americans say they are smartphone dependent?
Oh, we're waiting for the count?
You
Sorry.
can just put them up whenever
Okay.
you have
Who cares? Yeah.
You both said higher then. Real
Yeah.
number, 7%.
What?
So everyone is still at 0.
I'm walking out.
That's fine.
I'm leaving the game. This is ridiculous.
We have plenty of questions.
Oh, really? Only 7%?
Yeah, I thought it would be higher.
Oh, wow.
So did we.
Number 3 is a fun question. Here we go. What
Those
is
last 3 were fun.
Not for me. It was
what is the average dollar amount of eBay transactions every second? So
every second.
Every second, what is the average dollar amount of transactions on eBay? Your over/under is $500 a second. Connolly says below. Greg says higher, and Greg wins. $680 per second is the amount of traffic done on eBay.
I think we have to check these stats. I don't quite believe the host of the game
Good
is
luck.
correct.
Good luck.
Wow. Per second.
Per second.
Every second.
Yeah.
680.
They did like $300 and something billion worth of transactions last year. So, what percentage of American adults say that they have their phone within arm's reach every hour of every day? Your over/under is 75%. Phone within arm's reach every hour of every day.
Every hour. What is it? What does that mean?
So like if you're sleeping, it's on your
Bedstand, that kind of thing.
Within arm's
You
reach.
said 75%?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you both win. Real number is 91%.
I figured, I couldn't believe 90% of people said they had them, let alone now. I figured if they have them, they must be dependent.
What percentage of text messages are read within 3 minutes of being delivered?
A lot.
Your over/under is 75%.
Oh, that's over.
Ooh.
This is way. It's got to be way over.
90%.
That's right.
Yeah.
Boom.
Greg's ahead 3-2.
Greg, stop answering questions.
Greg, this
Oh,
one's right up your alley.
I'll get some wrong. No worries.
This one's right up your alley. What does that mean? Old
gonna find
people
out.
or white guy?
Or old white guy.
In what year was the first cell phone call made?
Oh, Jesus.
Was it over or under 1980?
Oh, that's going to be under.
Yeah.
I think it's before 1980.
Yeah, I do too.
1973.
Boom!
You're still losing, Connolly.
It was a big phone.
But close. Oh, my wife's here. Hold on. Pause the game. Is there a pause button?
Yeah, I think
Professional here.
pause means that you just don't ask the question.
You brought my cell phone charger, which is good. Resume game.
In what year was the Asteroids video game released?
Asteroids. What platform?
Just the original, the arcade.
Would have been an arcade game, yeah.
Big old box.
All right.
Over under 1975. Connolly,
375.
Connolly says it was earlier than 1975.
375.
And Greg said it was after 1975.
Oh, come on.
And Greg is correct.
Bull crap.
1979 was the year it was released.
That was a guess by Greg.
I just can't believe how mad you're getting about the answers. This is comical.
Now you know how I felt.
Bull crap still.
I'm just, well, what year were we playing Asteroids in Godfather's Pizza? You know, it was, I just.
That was pre-Connolly days.
It sure was.
I'm ready. Keep
All
going.
right.
Well, how many more questions? Do I have a chance to come back, or does Greg just win it all?
I only need 13 questions, and we're on 8. So you
Okay,
got
I
plenty
got
of
time.
He's got time.
In
got
what
tons of time.
year was the first IMAX film shown in the United States?
1997.
Over under 1975.
What was it? 85?
75.
Oh, 75. Yeah.
Wait, what?
In what year was the first IMAX film shown
IMAX.
in the United
You
States?
said 75?
Before or after 75?
Before.
And you're both correct.
Yes.
It was in 1974
At Expo 74 in Spokane, Washington.
in Spokane, Washington.
I went to it.
Not fair. Greg is part of history. I'm not. Not fair.
You're part of somebody's history.
Well, it's 6-4. So,
I'm coming back. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're looking good.
does everyone know who the Duggar family is?
Oh, I love the Duggars.
Oh, then this might be a stupid question. How many children are in the Duggar family? Your over/under is 18.
Wait, do you mean like the immediate Duggar
Yes,
family, or
I'm talking Jim Bob's kids and whatever her name is.
Oh, okay. What was the over/under?
18.
Oh.
Okay. You both win. You both said more.
It was 19 and counting, wasn't it? Isn't that what they called it?
Yeah, now they're going to adopt a number 20. We're trying to. So.
Now, this is a question
Bring
that
it on.
I don't expect either one of you to know.
Wow.
Is this the bonus round then? Was it worth more than 1 point?
Should be worth triple.
Yeah, we'll make this one worth 2 points.
Ooh, 2 points.
This is testing your financial literacy.
Oh no. All right.
How many constituents or companies are in the Dow Jones Industrial Average? Your over/under is 25.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Worth 2 points.
Gosh, all I do is just contribute to the 401 or whatever. I don't.
25?
Really...
Yeah, is there more or fewer companies than 25 in the Dow Jones?
I said there's more.
In the Dow Jones.
Mr. Mills.
I'm gonna say more too.
Connolly said
No, that's
your
supposed
more
to
is
be.
wrong.
No, that's
more.
It's the other way.
And you both are correct.
Going-
The number is 30.
How's that?
Very, very lucky.
Oh,
We only
boy.
got 3 more, so
All right, I got time.
Connolly, you better hope that Greg doesn't get any of these.
Are all of these worth 2 points now?
Yeah, we'll make them worth 2 points.
All right, they're all worth 2 points. Just so Conley can come back. All right, here we go.
9-7. What year did Star Wars: A New Hope hit theaters?
Oh my gosh.
Your over/under is 1979.
Oh. Can I phone a friend?
This should be an easy Nope, not in this game.
Can I Wikipedia the answer? 1979? Before, is that what you're...
Yeah.
79, after. Oh, what, we had the same answer?
So you both said after 1979?
Yeah.
You both are wrong. It was 1977.
Okay.
What? Was that the first? Was that the first one?
Yeah.
Wow. Come on, you're like 15 by then, Greg.
Oh.
Okay. Well, 2 more.
Sorry.
It's okay,
No,
Greg.
I didn't. I never knew that was the actual full title of it. I don't know anything about Hope being involved in the title. It was just Star Wars, as far as I remember.
No, these are rigged questions.
What percentage of YouTube views come from outside of the United States? I'm looking for a percentage. Over/under is 70%.
Over. Over 70. What did you say? 70?
Yeah, over 70.
Over 70.
Mr. Mills.
Because you can get it in China. I just gave Greg the answer.
Mr. Mills.
70%.
80%.
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
answer. Mr.
Yeah,
Mills,
yeah.
you're wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
Game's all tied up.
Oh, man, this is
I'm
it.
wrong.
You're wrong. It's okay, though.
So one of you has to.
I'm not getting your transmission back to me is super slow. So.
Don't blame the transmission speed.
Mwah, mwah.
I'm not saying it's the reason that my answers are wrong. Is that that's why it's taking me a while to understand what the question is.
All right, last
Final
one.
question worth worth 1 million points.
Doesn't matter. We get it both right. We got 1,020 points.
How many different languages can you navigate YouTube in? So how many different languages can you use on YouTube? Your over-under is 45.
45. How about you count 45? I say over. Because Google.
Mr. Roden says it's over.
Over 45.
Whenever our signal reaches Mr. Mills, he'll give us an answer. Under. Well, congratulations, Mr. Roden.
Yes.
The answer is 76.
Woo!
76 languages.
Man, 76. It's a fun little up and down game.
Things go up, then things come down. Up in the air, then down to the ground.
Wow.
76.
That's a lot of languages.
That is a lot of languages.
God bless Google and their work with different languages. That was fun. Hey, good job, Matt.
Yeah, that's what happens when I put a little thought into something. Do a little pre-planning.
You know. All right. We're on to the rant and the raves time. Greg, you got any rants or raves for us this week?
I think Matt said he had one, didn't he?
Matt's got a rant.
But I'll wait if anyone else wants to go first. No?
Go ahead.
All right. Well,
Rant away, my friend.
mine's
Rant
about
away.
T-Mobile
Oh, God.
and Binge On, which I know is probably the 5th or 6th time I've talked about this in our, what is this, 9-episode season?
Yes.
Yep, number 9.
Number 9. Yeah, so Binge On, as I so eloquently predicted when it all began, basically it's a program with T-Mobile in which if you watch video from their partners that they've signed agreements with, all of your video traffic won't count towards your data cap. And a little while later, it was figured out that T-Mobile would throttle down your video to about 480p. And then YouTube figured out that they would throttle down your video to 480p regardless of the video service you're watching, because YouTube was not in an agreement with T-Mobile, and T-Mobile was still throttling it down to 480p. So the EFF, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, which is a big foundation that's around, they've been around for about 25 years, and their goal is to fight for a free internet, and they've done that, and I think everyone in the tech world knows them, except for the T-Mobile CEO, John Legere.
God bless the T-Mobile guy.
Because the EFF tweeted at him, does Binge On alter the video stream in any way or just limit its bandwidth? His response was great. I'm not going to play it.
Oh, play it.
Should I play it? I'll
Play it.
I'll play it. Oh, no, my computer audio doesn't work.
Oh.
Does it?
All right. Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does work. So this was the CEO of T-Mobile's response to the EFF.
I'll try my best.
So what Binge On does, it includes a proprietary technology, and what the technology does is not only detect the video stream, but select the appropriate bit rate to optimize to the mobile device. That's part A of my answer. Part B of my answer is, anyway, EFF, why are you stirring up so much trouble, and who pays you?
So the bleeped out was the F word. That was the CEO of T-Mobile's response to the Electronic Frontier Foundation.
On Twitter. That was his Twitter.
That was his public response to them.
Nice.
Was who the F are you and who pays you? They're a nonprofit organization whose members donate money to them, if anyone's wondering who pays them. And you'd think that the CEO of a tech company would know who the EFF is. Maybe not. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
You think their PR department would be like, hey, could you not do that, please?
You think they would have pulled down the tweet video, but they didn't. It's still up.
He is the CEO.
Yeah, what are you going to do? All right. That was a good rant.
It
Craig,
was.
you got anything?
No, not really.
All right. I got a rave. Anyone want to guess what my rave is about?
Is it the Green Bay Packers?
Boom. Got out of this weekend with a win. All 4 road teams this weekend, wild card weekend, moved on, and the Packers was one of them. So they'll travel next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm going to pee in my pants because last time we met them, It was like 50 billion to 0 or 50 billion to 3. I don't remember what it was, but I'm hoping Aaron Rodgers and the Packers can pull it off next week, and then we'll meet up with the Seahawks for the NFC divisional game. So go Pack, go!
I'm gonna have to remember to write up a list of products that you might be able to use since you're gonna whiz in your pants next week. We can probably help you with that.
I'm gonna wear 5 different underwears and 3 different pants, so that every quarter I can just change. And I'm not gonna wash this jersey.
I think we can come up with some other and better options for you, but we'll let you know what those are.
So there you go, rants and raves.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's put a ribbon on the show, my friend.
Yeah, we're closing it up. That's an episode of Bandwidth Boys podcast, and thanks for joining us. If you missed it live, probably, I don't know, it might be a good thing this week. I'm not sure. Don't worry, you can download it and listen to the podcast using iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app. And if you subscribe, you'll also get our daily tech updates. That's Bandwidth Boys Quick Hits.
Bandwidth Boys Podcast. Facebook, Bandwidth Boys Podcast. Twitter, @GMK Podcast. Web, bandwidthboys.com. Bandwidth Boys Podcast.
All right, with that, I'm Greg.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Connolly.
We'll talk to you next time. Same place, same time. Same old shenanigans. It's right here on the Bandwidth Boys Podcast. Keep on teching on.